If you're new to real estate and you're looking to escape the rat race fast, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can turn your home into an investment and use it to dramatically accelerate your quest for financial freedom. If you're newer to real estate, especially if you're younger and maybe unattached or at the very least don't have any kids, this is going to be a lot easier for you because making those sacrifices of comfort is much easier the less you have to worry about. This strategy is going to work best for you if you're willing to buy a 2 to 4 family using an FHA loan. Obviously, the more units, the better, but it can definitely work with a single family too. And in just a second, we're going to get on the computer and I'm going to show you exactly how to find that first deal and how to evaluate it. This right here is all you need to know when you're thinking about whether or not a home could be a decent investment. Things get a little more complicated when you're getting into bigger deals, especially if you're looking to do them with other people's money. But when you're looking at just putting down 3.5% and figuring out how to buy a house that's gonna make you money, this is really all you need. What we're gonna do here is I'm gonna show you how to use Realtor.com to figure out what might be a good investment property. And you can see I was recently looking in North Adams, Mass. You can do this literally anywhere, it doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna go ahead and click on this house right here and see what it looks like. So this is some random single family, 3-bed, 1-bath in North Adams, Mass. I'm gonna go ahead and run the numbers on this and you'll see exactly how I do it. So I love to take the address. I'm always gonna save the hyperlink. We're just gonna whip through this. This is a 3-bed, 1-bath. And the purchase price here is $229,000. So we'll just go ahead and run with that. It's been on market for 11 days. Generally, I find it's easier to get a deal if you look at properties that have been on for at least 30 days. So this I wouldn't be super excited about yet. I wouldn't get married to a property that's only been on the market for this short of a time. What I'm gonna do now is just quickly look through this property. I'm trying to get a sense of the condition. I'm looking out for peeling paint or any obvious signs of deferred maintenance that might cause this to not pass FHA. Looking at it right now, it's kind of hard for me to tell. We've got some issues here. This drywall is kind of funky. So this is gonna be a no for FHA, but because it's a single family, you can get it with a 3 to 5% down conventional loan, which is gonna work on this one. So what I'm gonna do is run the numbers based on that. This actually looks like it could be kind of a nice house. There's definitely some weird elements. Without seeing it, I couldn't tell you if this is like nice or if it's kind of a You can make your own judgment call when you go see a property. Photos are only gonna tell you so much. Having gone through this, I think it's decent. It looks like it's in okay condition. So all I'm gonna do here now is I'm gonna find out what we can make from it and how much it's going to cost to own. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is run this property through Rentometer. If you don't have a pro account, I recommend you sign up. It's great. You can do up to 4 or 5 analysis for free without a pro account, but I paid for a pro account like a year ago and I just have them forever. So what I just did is I got the average rents for different property sizes and unit types just to see what it could rent for when we're not actually occupying it. And the numbers don't look great here. So I would wanna see like what else is going on. I'm not gonna pay for a pro report because those I do have a limited number of. So what I'm gonna do is actually just go specifically to 3-bed and try and get a little closer information on that number. Okay, so this is in a location where there aren't a lot of comps. What I would wanna do here is expand the radius and see if we can find a little bit more information. Okay, now we have a few more. And you can see that generally 3 beds are renting for between 1,000 and 1,200. So we'll run our numbers right at 1,100 here. And I'm gonna go one step further because I wanna see, for a house hack like this, a single family house hack, I wanna see what a studio is gonna rent for because I'm gonna change the rents for the bedrooms based on what a studio might rent for. Because when you go to look for roommates, this is basically what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be giving a discount off of the studio rates. So we're gonna go automatic and we're gonna expand that. Okay, so we don't have a bunch of studio comps, which just means there aren't a bunch of those in North Adams. Let me see. Okay, so 1 beds, we're gonna take the low end here, 581. We're gonna pretend that's our studio number. And I'm gonna say that you can probably get 500 per bedroom on this. So let's assume you're renting 2 1-bedrooms and you're living in the other one. And all we're gonna do now is find out how much is the mortgage gonna be. And then we're gonna put in no rent because it doesn't matter, we're gonna live here. We're just gonna see, okay, what happens if we put, we're gonna say 5% down, conventional, just to keep it really simple. And update and close. So we're looking at a $1,367 per month mortgage. And from what we saw out there, the previous rent's probably $1,000. Right here, we're looking at a new cost of living of $642. Basically, this includes some reserves for maintaining the property. And you can see that if we do rent out those 2 bedrooms, you're gonna save about $4,000 a year as compared to renting if you were paying $1,000. But this is not an exciting deal. So let's go look at something else real quick. I'm gonna take us to Worcester, Mass, which is a market that I love and has a lot of nice multifamilies. I bet we can find a nice FHA ready 3-family here. So that's what I'm gonna look for now, just to do something a little bit more interesting. We're gonna do 5+ bedrooms, and we're gonna go 3+ baths, and we're gonna see what's available right now. Okay, here we go. We have an 8-bed, 3.5 bath, just new on market, so this is not ideal. This is a 2-family that was previously a 3-family. So we're gonna jump out of that because those numbers are not gonna look that good. Let me see. I'm really looking for a true 3-family. Here we go. I bet this is. All right, yep, we have a well-maintained triple-decker, first floor delivered vacant. That's all I need to know from the description. So now I'm just looking at condition. Could it pass FHA? So far, I don't see any red flags. This looks promising to me. I think this is gonna be a good one. So the first thing we're gonna do here is take a look and see what the current rents are. Much more exciting deal here. I am not seeing a rent number. So this is one where we would have to reach out to the agent to find out. And that's gonna be very important because a lot of times the landlords who are selling right now have not been charging market rents. Rents have gone way up. So this can be an issue where we'll see this property may not actually be generating the kind of rent that we really want. So we have to validate that. But first things first, we're gonna go ahead and update our information. So we are looking at a 3-unit, 9-bed, 3-bath for $584,000. I think this one is gonna fly. I think that's a pretty good deal. And we're gonna quickly go ahead and take the rentometer here. I also know that this is an area where you're gonna get a rent premium if you just put out a nice unit. So whatever this pops out, oh, nice. Okay, that's actually better than I expected. But you're gonna get $1,800 if you put out a nice unit. We're gonna throw in $1,650 to be nice and conservative here. We're gonna rent out 2 units for $1,650. You're gonna live in unit 1. In this case, we're gonna go ahead and not grab those current rents and not rent out the 1-bed. We're just gonna go ahead and run with the pro forma here and see what it looks like. Exciting stuff. Let's find out what the mortgage is, and that's really gonna be what takes us across the finish line here. This is gonna be an FHA purchase, so we're looking at 3.5% down. And we're gonna go ahead and update and close there. We're looking at $37.73 per month. Our comparison is going to be to a $1,650 rent, assuming we need the same amount of space. And what you can see here is, okay, kind of similar situation. Your new cost of living is gonna be conservatively $4,500. This is assuming the utilities are included for the tenants. If they're not, you might be looking at, only 1 unit you have to pay utilities. That's gonna save you a bunch of money. We just modify this, put it to $150. Now you're paying $1,000 instead of $1,650, and you're saving close to $8,000 a year. So this is how you can very quickly value whether it's gonna make sense for you personally to buy a property. Real quick, I'm gonna jump over to a market where I know you can make money and actually start to see some savings. Basically what I did is I took a market that I just purchased in, North Adams. I bought a single family there, which I'm Airbnb-ing. Worcester is then a market where I've been paying attention for a while, and now Springfield is another one that I've been watching for a while. And I'm just looking to see, okay, we have like a really nice 3-family and a smaller, cheaper 3-family. We're gonna start with the cheaper one. That's usually gonna be easier to fit. And we just need to see if it's gonna pass FHA. Looking at it really quickly, condition's a little funky. It's not bad. We're really looking for those major signs. This could be okay. It's tough to say. The listing may give us a hint. But so far, the pictures look okay. I think this would probably pass FHA. So let's just confirm it's a 3-family. Yep, so we have a 2-bed and 2 3-beds. And it looks like 2 units are currently vacant. That's great. So you'll be able to get a little bit more. There's some confusion about whether it's a duplex or a 3-family. Don't worry, you'll be able to rent it as a 3-family. We're gonna go ahead and throw this in. This is gonna be a winner for us. I got a good feeling about it. All we're gonna do is go ahead and pop in that information. We're at a 6-bed, 3-bath, 3 units, and we're at $279.9, much more comfortable price. And let's see what our mortgage looks like. See if we have the rents for that 1 unit too. Okay, no rent listed. luckily we're gonna be able to fill in our own rent for one of the units. We're looking at 3.5% down, so we'll update that. We're at $18.96. Oh yeah, this is gonna be the winner chicken dinner for us. Let's get into it. All right, Rentometer is our friend. They said they had a couple 3-beds, but this is also saying 2 here. Let's just double check. Yeah, 1 2-bed and 2 3-beds. So just based on 2 beds, let's assume we've got 2-bed, 2-bed, 3-bed, and a 3-bed. Let's assume you move into a 3-bed, and we're going to take $11.65 for one of the units, and we're going to get $1,300 for the other one. Not too bad. Now, this is where it gets really fun. This is a good deal because let's assume that we're paying fully for utilities. Now we're looking at saving a bunch of money. Let's assume that you had a 2-bed and you were totally okay with that. But now your cost of living just went down from $11.65 to $256, and you're saving $11,000 next year. That is a property that I can get behind. So you just have to realize not every deal is going to work, not every town is going to work, but if you run your numbers on enough deals, you're going to find something that is going to make sense and save you a bunch of money, and you are going to start plowing your way towards financial freedom if you employ the house hack method with the FHA loan, using that low down payment to propel yourself out of the rat race. That's all for now. Thank you so much and have a great night.